So I'll give you a couple of mobile apps and a couple of Anki extensions that really helped me during my process of trying to get a good baseline, because you want the tools to work for you and with you, not against you. And so my first one is Pokemon Sleep. This was great for incentivizing sleep and getting the best rest that I possibly could. It's a mobile app that's designed to gamify and incentivize sleep by making it part of the Pokemon experience. I love Pokemon, so any way to add Pokemon to this is great. The app tracks your sleep, and because you have a smartphone and maybe a smartwatch, you're able to use those patterns through your phone. And the longer and better you sleep, the more rewards you earn in the game. As you rest, you help the professor research more Pokemon based on the sleeping habits of various Pokemon. And your Pokemon companions will grow stronger and discover new Pokemon based on how you sleep well. The goal is to encourage you to have healthy sleep habits by turning sleep into a fun, rewarding experience. It's perfect for anyone who needs an extra push to get consistent rest, especially like me. And blending in sleep tracking with, a beloved game like Pokemon, it made me want to get more sleep, because I knew that I could have better Pokemon in the long run. And so by tying sleep into fun and having interactive goals like collecting and caring for Pokemon, it makes getting sleep and enough sleep something that you'll look forward to rather than just a chore. And so your sleep habits directly influence your progress in the game, which leads to having more motivation for getting a well-rested night. My second is an interval timer, and it's just a way to track Pomodoros with precision. And so interval timers are tools that allow you to break down your work into sessions into focus intervals. So typically, following the Pomodoro technique, what I did is I focused usually around, 45 to 50 minutes, and then I'll take like a 5 to 15 minute short break. And the interval timer allows you to customize this to fit your schedule and make it easier to stay focused and keep track of how long you want to be working and how long you want to be resting. And you can set your timer for specific intervals, and you can work towards those breaks in those periods. And you can customize those based off of where you're at in your interval journey. And so you can have notifications, you can switch to different times. It's really great. And so it helps you stay accountable and track exactly how much production time and productivity you're able to put in a given moment. And you can schedule all that out. And so for me, I can schedule in my breaks into my intervals. I could schedule in, managing chunks of time for Anki cards, and I could label all those things so that when I hit start, it'll run through. And as long as I stick to the schedule, by the end of it finishing, I will have all my breaks done. And it's really great. I think this is one of the things of being able to set a schedule, press start, and then just not have to worry about anything but sticking to it. The more you can focus on the things in front of you, the more bandwidth you'll have for actually building on that stuff. And so in terms of Anki extensions, Anki is a great tool for mastering some of the content that I've talked about, and they have great add-ons that allow you to have study sessions that are more efficient and more fun. I mentioned having fun with Pokemon Sleep, and so there's another Pokemon add-on. It's unofficial, but it's a Pokemon add-on called PokeManki. And it adds elements of fun by allowing you to do study sessions and turn those into Pokemon style adventures. And so as you review cards, you catch and evolve Pokemon, and you keep up with the motivation, because the more you engage, the stronger your Pokemon are going to be, right? And so it increases engagement. Obviously, you get to reward yourself by adding new Pokemon to your progress as you progress. But then it also makes studying fun. It gamifies the process, making long sessions less monotonous, because you know that you're working towards having stronger Pokemon in the end. And it encourages consistency. You're incentivized by always coming back and opening up Anki and working on those decks, because the more you work on those decks, the better your Pokemon are going to be and the happier you're going to be, because you're going to feel fulfilled. You feel like you're buying into something, and it helps. So anyone who wants to inject excitement into your Anki routine that gets really boring, check out PokeManki. And then the last one is going to be heat maps. So just a review heat map. And this is really helpful for me because I like to see it in like a visual calendar style display. And it allows me to look as a big picture all my review habits. And so if I fell off, I could see it, and it's able to allow me to hold myself accountable. But not only that, but like it has different color codes. And so it allows you to track your consistency over time. And it shows based off of those colors how well you did without having to go into the nitty-gritties. And this is for looking at trends. You want to be consistent. And so if you're not seeing consistent colors, that's something you need to reckon with. And so it really helps visualize your progress, and it gives you a clear snapshot of how consistent you've been in your review. And then it tracks your streaks. It encourages you to maintain daily streaks by not having gaps in your study sessions, quite literally on a calendar. And so if you're staying consistent day to day, you will see that in your progress. And it motivates you to be consistent because it helps you look at the patterns and it says, okay, the success that you're having, it didn't come from nowhere. And so having those daily activities visible right in front of you, it really makes a difference. And so anybody that's looking for motivation to maintain a level of consistency in your study schedule, you could easily track that progress over time with the HeatMap. And then you could catch some Pokemon with PokeManki. Thanks for checking this out. This is USMLE Step 1000, created by me, Stephen Christian, a space where you can turn your Step 1 prep into something smarter, sustainable, and stress-free. If you found this helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. You can follow us on Spotify for more study tips and more audio podcast stuff, Instagram at USMLE Step 1000, and you can like the Facebook page to stay connected. Don't forget to download all the resources, all the Anki decks, the clinical clues, everything from the PDFs and everything that you saw in the videos you can find at www.step1000.com. And follow the blog for more updates as well at www.usmlestep1000.com, your one-stop shop for everything Step 1000. And if you like what I'm doing here and you want to follow or at least support, you can check me out on social media at Stuck on an Island. Thanks again, and I look forward to sharing more stuff about Step 1 prep and how to overcome these mental hurdles so that you can have the best possible experience possible. So again, I'm not going to hold you any longer, but remember, let's keep pushing forward one step at a time to 1000.